Hello, friends. This is Parag here, your host on Stay Strong podcast. Thank you very much for tuning in this podcast. It's my promise to bring you the world class information in the field of kettlebell sport, and strength and conditioning. It's my privilege today to host a podcast with Jerry Gray, who is 84 years old. He survived 5 heart attacks, and at the age of 84 is lifting kettlebells for his country, US. He has first heart attack at the age of 39. He didn't give up. He started lifting the weights at the age of 50. Then he got introduced to kettlebell sport by Ken Blackburn, and Ken been coaching Jerry on and off, and now at the age of 84 he is doing half marathon. He is doing 10-minute lifts. He's just unstoppable. He trains pretty much every day, have a very balanced nutrition. We are going to understand more about his training programs. What does he think at this age? What kind of training programs you need to have? How much training frequency you need to have in order to live a very healthy lifestyle? Guys, please help me welcome Jerry from US. Hello, friends. This is Parag here. Yeah, your host on Stay Strong podcast. We have extremely special guest today, the oldest on this podcast since when I started. Over to you, Jerry. Jerry is 84 years old. He's from Michigan. Jerry, please tell me about yourself, your professional background. How did you get started with kettlebell sport?
Well, my background, I'm a professional engineer and a professional land surveyor. I've had a business here for 50 years.
Okay.
And I do this on the side. So I didn't start in kettlebells right away. I started out, I had a heart attack when I was 39.
Okay.
And I decided to start getting my life cleaned up and start doing things. So I quit smoking and I took up running and racquetball for a while. And I became a college coach for 8 years in racquetball.
Okay.
And in the running, I ran a New York Marathon and Chicago Marathon. And let's see. So I started my lifting up when I was around 50 years old is when I started lifting.
Okay.
And so I did that, and then I met my wife. You just met her. I met my wife when I was around 52.
Okay.
52 years old, and she's been my helper. You can see she does a very good job here. And so she helped me clean up my life, and we got together, and she started running, and we started running together. She started lifting weights, and she wanted to do shows for fitness shows and you know, things of that nature.
Okay.
So we got I kind of got lost. I got tired of lifting barbells. I had all the barbells and rack and stuff that I lifted with, and I got kind of tired of that. And then I saw a magazine with Pavel in it.
Yes.
And I told Liberty about Pavel, and I said, geez, he was in Minneapolis. And I said, I would like to go see Pavel. And she said, well, if you're going, then I'm going. So we went together and we did a three-day training program with kettlebells. Never saw them before. And that's when we really started with the kettlebells. I was 62 there, and we started training, and that would have been 2006. And then in 2007, my wife decided, she worked for me in my engineering business, but she decided she was going to quit. And so she went and she started a kettlebell program in Big Rapids, Michigan, and in Grand Rapids. She had a place there too. So once she started, then I started training people
Okay.
at night. I still had my business, but I trained people in the evening.
Okay. Okay.
And then I think it was well, I met Ken Blackburn came into the picture, and Steve Cotter and Pavel.
Okay.
These are all people that have trained me.
Okay.
And Ken and I struck it, and he started a competition in 2008, and it was pretty much the first competition in the mid-Michigan, or not just the mid-Michigan, but Midwest area. So, and also Steve Cotter was in there. So I started the first competition there in, I think I was 67 years old when I started competing with kettlebells. So, let's see, I started, yeah.
So it was Ken Blackburn who introduced kettlebell sport to you. Is that so?
Yeah, he's the one that got me started on it. Yeah,
Okay.
he's good, and he's my coach.
Yeah.
Ken is
Okay.
my,
Yes. Yes. I shared Ken's post when you did 12 kg snatch in Porto. So it was surprising for me to see you're doing a 12 kg snatch for, I guess, 20 minutes, right?
yeah.
And yeah, that was quite inspiring. And we had a lot of comments also that someone doing 84 age and snatching 12 kilograms for 20 minutes standing on the stage was amazing to see. Really, hats off to you. People here are
Well,
not able to walk at the age of 84 and you're doing snatch, so it's amazing. So but it is a very interesting to see that you got a heart attack at 39, and then you started lifting weight at 50, and then you started lifting kettlebells at 2006. That's of course it's been a while, but then you have reached to a stage where people usually do not want to step out of the house. They want to just be indoors. And you're traveling to Porto to lift kettlebells. Absolutely, absolutely great. And I really congratulate you, Jerry, for that.
well,
And
thank you.
congratulate the coach as well, because I think he's the main guy behind your success.
Right. We started, and he doesn't give me he doesn't do my daily stuff.
Okay.
The only time we get together when I'm going to go to a competition, I tell Ken we get together, and I have him start about 16 weeks out. And so we're about 4 months out where he takes over. So other than that, I usually don't see him, but for that 4 weeks, or yeah, around there. No, 4
Okay.
months. I'm sorry, 4
Okay.
months. Yeah, once we get into the 4 months, then we stay in contact, and he gives me my
Programs.
things that, things
Got
he
it.
wants me to do. Yeah.
Yes, I met Ken when I was in Chicago in 2011, because I did my kettlebell programs with Sean Amstead from Chicago. I guess you should be aware of that guy, who's a student of Valerie Fedorenko.
Oh,
And,
okay.
yeah, and then I went to Ann Arbor to see one of the competitions where I met Ken,
Hmm.
and that was way back in 2011.
Okay, so that's when we went to all of his competitions.
I guess did you came to Ann Arbor?
Yeah.
I think we must
Yeah.
have seen, because I have one picture with one old man. I'm not sure if that is you, but I want to just check that.
Yeah.
Check that
Yeah,
picture.
we went to
Yeah.
Ann Arbor. Yeah.
Yeah, that was in that was, I'm not able to recollect what the competition that was, but yeah, that was we have few lifters from Canada.
Yeah.
And do you know Ken Wetham?
Pardon?
Do you know Ken Wetham? Ken Wetham, he organized the competition there. He's a power lifter.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, Ken used to get the programs down there about once a year.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it was Ken. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Ken.
yeah. He's a power lifter. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he hosted the kettlebell competition there. I'm
Okay.
gonna check. I have some vivid memory actually from that incident, and I remember I clicked one picture. I'm not sure if that is you, but that is going to be a very good coincidence if that picture is you. I'm gonna
Yeah,
share that picture with you.
that would be great.
Yeah, so it's like a very old story, and I'm really glad I connected to you.
Right. I feel kind of bad with COVID and everything else that we don't get to, because we would go down to Ken's competitions every year,
Okay.
and down in that Ann Arbor area. So, yeah.
Yeah. Wow, great. Wow. Now, how do you train, Jerry? Do you train 2 or 3 times a week, or what is typically your training pattern?
I train just about every day.
Oh,
Every
interesting.
day. I usually do one day of just body work, just push-ups and stuff like that.
Okay.
Other than that, but the kettlebells, typically 5 to 6 days a week, I'm doing
Okay.
kettlebells.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
I have a squat rack. I have a squat rack, and I still have my barbells.
Okay.
And so then maybe one day a week I'll go heavy. And then the other days I'll go maybe heavy with the barbells or with the kettlebells. I'll maybe do the 24 kilograms and do a lot of swings and things of that nature. Then I'll drop down to the 16 kilogram or the 12 kilogram, doing the snatches and things of that nature.
Okay. Okay.
But it's every day. It's every day. It's out in the garage.
Okay.
Right now the weather's a little cool, so I'll bring the
Yes.
kettlebell inside. But
Yes. Okay.
typically I'm out there. So
Wow. What keeps you going, Jerry? I mean,
I
it's
love it. I love it. I love it.
yes.
I love the workouts. I don't know how I have a lot of energy.
Okay.
And I would be really bored if I didn't. Because we live out in the country and stuff, and I walk my dog every day.
Okay.
I walk him in the evening, so I get about 2 to 3 miles walking.
Okay.
And then the summer, I'm riding my bike every day, 5 miles or 10 miles a day.
Wow.
And
Okay.
then I do my kettlebells. So,
It's too much of work.
huh?
It's too much of work for you.
It's I love it.
Super.
It just keeps me going.
Wow.
It
Wow.
just keeps me going. So I'm if I can get into another competition here, I would do it.
Yes. Well, guess you discovered kettlebell a little later in the age, but I mean, it's really wonderful that you're doing wonderful things at this age.
Yeah, it's yeah, I want to live a long time, and I've got a great wife, and we do a lot of things together, and we share programs and all these things. So that's the way it is.
Okay. Wow.
And I know it. And we have a lot of elderly people that live around us, and they don't do anything
Okay.
typically. And it's sad. They're nice people, and I usually see them on my walks during the day in the morning.
Okay.
And I've invited them to my garage, and they don't want to do that.
Okay. Yeah,
So,
it's an individual choice. You can't force anyone. That's true.
yeah. So
Wow. Jerry, what challenge do you have at this age when you're lifting kettlebells? I'm able to understand that you're lifting kettlebells pretty every day, but then, do you have any challenge physically or mentally? Maybe if you want to throw a little highlight on it. What challenge do you see while lifting kettlebells? Say, for example, if you're progressing from 12 to 16 kilos, 16 to 20 kilos, is it a physical hindrances which is caused or something mental? Maybe if you want to throw your experience or light for our viewers.
no, it's I'll split them up. And usually I want to get Well, I want to maintain my strength. That's key to me, is maintaining my strength, because I know I'm old,
Yes.
but I don't want to lose all this stuff that I've got built into me, this energy. So I have to modify. I'll go one day light, and I'll go with the 12.
Okay.
And then another day I may go with the 16, throw that in there, and then I'll do a lot of swings with the green bell, or even red bell. I've got a red bell out there, and I'll even do that a little bit, and then I'll do like right now I've got my barbell set for lifting, just straight lifting. So I'll do those. I've got 185 pounds on that bar.
Okay.
And so just the day before yesterday, I did 10 reps with that.
Oh.
So I did a 185 pounds. I did 1 rep every minute for 10 minutes.
Okay.
And then I'll go in and I'll do some swings with maybe a 20 kilogram.
Okay.
Go back and forth, and it's yeah, I love doing that stuff.
Absolutely, your program looks solid.
One thing, I do keep a book, it's pretty much daily, but I don't really use it to say, okay, 20 days ago I did this or did that. I just keep it all in my head.
Got it. Okay.
What I'm doing. So, and I just go along. I'll say, well, I've done the 12. I don't need to do that today, so I'll do that. So when I go into the garage, typically within 15 minutes, I've got my workout worked out in my head.
Okay.
So when I do walk the dog, I'm thinking about other things. But when I get in there to lift, I don't know what I'm going to do until I start moving the weights around, and then I'll come up with a plan.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah,
interesting. Yeah.
I mean, there's really no plan to it. It's just to keep me healthy. So
absolutely, yeah.
And it's important to me to keep my strength. So that's why I'll do the 24. I'll do a lot of swings with it. I do even do a few snatches still.
Okay.
So when I started the kettlebells, I was doing the 20 or the 120 kilogram, not the 20 kilograms, the 30 kilogram, 32 kilogram. I was doing snatches with that.
Okay. Wow.
So.
Yeah, great. You're a really great example for many people out here who are checking out our podcast. It's going to be a very good information which people, if they can absorb and they can follow through what you are thinking, because for me, it is very important what is your thought process behind lifting. And that is why this discussion is more of like a masterclass for many people who are hearing our podcast. Yeah, it's really great. So maybe a little bit on nutrition. Are you vegetarian or non-vegetarian, and what kind of nutrition program do you follow? And a continued question on it is, do you take any supplements?
Well, like my wife tries to keep me in line. My wife and I have different diets.
Okay.
She has her diet, I have mine, and we both eat different times and stuff. And she keeps her eyes on me because she knows I might stray a little bit away from my diet, which I tend to do once in a while. So, but we work on that together. We work on most everything together, just to make sure that we can get things done.
Okay.
And I do take a lot of pills, and try to maintain some thing, keep it level. And I'm doing right now. I just started infusion, Myers, Myers infusion injections
Okay.
once a month,
Okay.
and they just make me. They are really good,
Okay.
really
Okay.
good for energy.
Okay. Okay. So do you have any issues or problems with the health when it comes to the uh, what do you call, like maybe diabetes, maybe blood pressure or something like that? Do you?
No,
Okay. Okay.
no, I'm feeling good. No, I've had 5 heart attacks.
5 heart attacks.
I've had 5 heart attacks. Yeah, and I had my first one when I was 39,
Okay.
and I've had 3 heart attacks while I was doing kettlebells.
Okay.
And so I just, Liberty and I, we just kept working together and kept working together and try to get the right things done. And I haven't had any problems since the first of when I was 70, when I turned 70. I haven't had problems since then.
Okay.
So that's another thing. That's another thing that I try to keep track of.
Okay. Okay.
It-
So you
I
do
check.
not really push yourself very hard when it comes to training, or
Oh yeah, I
what
do.
precautions do you take?
Pardon?
What precautions do you take when you know that you have got 5 heart attacks? Like,
Well, I take my blood pressure every day,
okay,
in the morning and at night,
okay,
and I check things like that. Yeah,
okay,
I'm always going, trying to see how I feel about what I'm doing and getting the right things, eating the right things, and I just check it. It's a habit. It's
okay,
just like a habit of going on with the kettlebells. I do every day. Every day I do the check my blood pressure twice a day. Yeah.
okay, okay. So, if you can, when was the last attack you have got, and how did you cope up with that stress? Because if you have subsequent 3 or 4 heart attacks, then what's going in your mind when you're facing such kind of problems? If you can explain that, Jerry.
Oh, yeah. Well, the heart attacks mostly was a result of smoking.
Okay,
I was a heavy smoker,
okay,
and all that smoking in my first 20 years caused a lot of damage to my arteries.
okay,
And I think as my, as I put pressure on my
heart.
arteries, they had to come in. And I haven't had a bypass, but they've put stents in. I've got 9
Okay,
stents to
okay,
open up all my arteries. And what I feel like I have is I feel like I've taken care of all those bad arteries
okay,
with stents. So I watch what I'm eating, and I watch my heart like every day, just to make sure that I'm not pushing myself too far. But I don't have anything wrong. I
okay.
don't have any pain. No pain when I'm doing my workouts.
Okay. So did you find any like when you're lifting kettlebells, post kettlebell lifting, if you really push yourself very hard, uh, do you feel pain in the chest, or it
No,
is because you
no.
mentioned that you had a heart attack while lifting kettlebells? So
Yes.
that's
Yep.
what my question is, that
Yeah.
what what did you face, Jerry? I mean,
Well, I did.
how did you realize that you have got a heart attack?
Well, I was under pain then. Yeah, when I was having the
Okay.
heart attack, I was under pain. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there was no doubt. There was no doubt, and I was fortunate that I got myself to a
Diagnosed.
doctor.
Okay.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, they took me out in an ambulance and got me to the hospital and removed the bad, or put the stents in so I could breathe again and stuff. And I think I've got everything cured. It's the longest. I think it's almost the longest stretch of time from the first time that I had my first heart attack
Okay.
to my last heart attack. That third that's the way I feel anyways. I feel
Okay.
good.
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
So there's no stress.
Okay. 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 Wow. I'm glad. I'm really glad that you're doing very well. Please take care of yourself and ensure that you eat well, eat clean mostly.
Yeah.
That is very
Yeah.
important.
Yeah.
And train well and sleep well.
Well, I think what, and I have a lot of friends that, I know that, or people that I know that have had heart attacks. And what they do is they don't take care of their heart like they should. They back off, they don't train, and they don't do these types of things that I do.
Yes.
Sometimes I think maybe because the doctors sometimes they give them, they tell them all the bad things that's going to happen to them if they don't do certain things and take some of their pills and stuff. And then what they do is they quit living. What I feel is they're not living. Their body is built to be used, and they don't use it.
Absolutely.
Until then the body becomes weak, and once you get that weakness in there, you're just not going to be able to do things. So then they quit doing things, and then then they're pretty much done, because the body is going to. I'm feeding my body every day. I'm feeding my body with exercise. And if you take that exercise away from the body, it doesn't realize any need to do it.
Absolutely.
So they don't.
Yes.
They don't do it.
Yes. That's very, very good message for the people who are actually doing exercise, quitting and coming back again after a long period of time, which is really not good. Because many people take a break from the workouts and they don't work out for a really long time, and that can really put them on the back track. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
So it's very important to be very regular and consistent with your workouts. Yeah, that's a very good message.
Yeah.
Great. Have you got any kettlebell related injuries when you started lifting kettlebells? Kettlebell related injuries at your age?
Any injuries?
Yeah, maybe for example, any shoulder, wrist, or I don't know.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, that's good.
Once in a while I'll get it, but
Okay. But yeah, how do you manage your recovery? Do you do massage? What do you? Okay.
I get a massage about once every month, or every 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah.
Okay.
That helps. Yeah.
Okay. Great. So you you have a very good stretch routine. Do you follow yoga? Do you do yoga?
We used to do it. I don't do it anymore.
Okay.
But I do one day of things that I do. I have a bar that's 6 feet long, and I do a lot of
stretch yourself.
A lot of movement.
Okay.
With that bar. Yeah.
Okay.
I leave one day for that.
Okay.
So I do. It's called my little flexibility program that I have.
Okay.
Yeah, and I do that once a week.
Okay.
So.
Wow. That's great. Great. So I would like to know your best lifting records, probably in US and overseas. Maybe whatever best you have done with maybe your PRs, or maybe something from competition, maybe if you want to share.
Sure. Yeah, I just happen to have them.
Oh, great.
Back in, this was back I was 69 years old. I did 16 kilogram snatch for 10 minutes, and I had 168 reps.
Okay. Where was that?
Pardon?
Where did you do this competition?
That was at one of Ken's competitions. So then I did a 24 kilogram snatch at 74 for 5 minutes, and I had 66 reps.
Okay.
And I haven't ever seen anybody else do that.
Incredible.
And that was at a Ken's, one of Ken's.
IKF, yeah, okay.
And then at 77, I did the half snatch, 12 kilograms, and that was in Spain. I did 30 minutes, 408 half snatches
Okay.
in 30 minutes. And then 200 reps here when I was 81 here a couple years ago. So
Okay.
yeah, that's I don't see anybody else doing that.
No, no one. I mean, you're only on the top, Jerry.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I don't see. I always keep looking for the records to see if I can see somebody.
Well, you know what? I'm not sure about Russia, but I need to check the data. But you have some people who are about 55, 60, 70 in Russia, but they are not in picture. But I have to also find it out, because when I was in Hamburg in 2014, I have met few. So I'm not sure. Maybe if I find someone, I'll probably share the details with you.
Yeah.
So, maybe if someone checks this podcast, maybe they want to leave a comment and just see that who is competing with Jerry in the next competition.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
wow. That's great. That's great. Yeah. What message do you want to give, Jerry, to our viewers? Your experience. I want to share that with everyone. Yeah, please share.
A good diet, good sleep, and a lot of exercise. Pretty simple. I mean, you don't need to go. I don't say don't do it, but you don't need to have a gym somewhere to do that. I mean, you can do anything you want to get done. You can do it right at home with just a few.
Absolutely,
just
yes.
Just with a few
kettlebells,
things. Yeah,
yes.
couple kettlebells and whatnot. You can get it done at home.
Yes.
You can have a bicycle. How many people ride bikes my age?
Yes.
Nobody. Yes. They don't. Just get out. They're not doing what they're doing is they're looking at all these gyms and all these fancy things, and they're buying into it. They're buying into those things, and they don't need it.
Yes.
They don't need to spend. They don't need to spend that money every week.
Yes. Yes.
So.
Wow, that's great. Great, Jerry. Great. Absolutely wonderful interacting with you, and I'm so very happy that, luckily even I was in Michigan when I was working in the US, and you are from the same state. Of course, I was in a different city, but then I understand that now in this club, in this winter, I think it is most good climate for you to work with the kettlebells when you're doing the workout at home, because the climate also supports.
Yeah, right, yeah. No, I was out. I some days I bring them in, and I have a heater out in my garage. Out in my garage. So if it doesn't get too bad, if it gets up around 45 degrees, I'm good to go.
Yes. But I guess if it is too much of winter, then it is uncomfortable. But I'm sure if the winter is very severe, then you should be working out inside.
Right. Yeah, I don't have a problem. Yeah.
Great.
So, yeah.
Great. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you very much for your time. It was indeed a very great pleasure. I would look forward for you to come down to Hungary next year for the competition. And I wish you good luck for that.
Is that the next one, Hungary?
Yes.
Yeah, that's I'm planning on doing it. Yeah.
Okay.
I have things that I do with my engineering and surveying business, and I have to keep my knowledge of what I do. I have to keep those I have to take tests. I have to take tests. And so
Okay.
I had to get this done, and I'll be done by the first of this coming year. And then I'm going to start training for one of the competitions
Great.
in Hungary. Yeah.
Great.
So,
Great. So you must be aware of the company called Dana Spicer.
Dana Spicer.
Dana.
Dana?
Dana Corporation.
No,
Based in-
I'm not familiar with it.
Okay. So they make the housings. They're into manufacturing of drive axles for North American. Have you heard of it? It's a
No.
Fortune 500 company. Okay.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
engineering. I'm also a mechanical engineer, so it's an
Okay.
engineering company. So I am sure, and that's in Michigan.
Oh, okay. No,
Yeah.
I'm not.
Okay.
No
Then
knowledge
that's
of
where
it.
I was working actually.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah. Yeah, I have my own business, surveying and engineering that I've had for quite a while, but anymore I have people that do the work.
Okay.
I still have to keep my degrees, and so I have to do some studying there. But for the most part, I go in to the office maybe 2 times a week and
Okay.
just see what's going on. But,
Okay.
I have some good people that work for me,
Okay. That's great.
so that makes So
Great. Wow. Thank you very much, Jerry, for your time. It was great interacting with you. I wish you good luck for the next competition.
well, thank you for taking your time, because
My pleasure.
I enjoy getting some information out to other people, and
Sure.
they can get it, and you can share my address with them if you want to. If somebody gets in touch with you,
Sure.
you can give them my address and stuff. Yeah.
Sure. Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right. Well, thank you.